What is up, guys? Today I'm gonna do a quick video talking about how I put 30-ish pounds on my bench press in a span of about 30 days. I think this could be useful information for some of you who struggle to increase your bench press, like say you deadlift 500 pounds, squat 400 plus, but your bench is like 250. I feel like there are a lot of people out there with this problem. There's always ways to improve, even if it's harder for you. You just might have to do it a little differently than, say, the guy who benches once a week and hits like 500 pounds. Here's what I did. This won't necessarily work for everyone, but it may be a good program for people who have poverty benches like myself. My best all-time bench touch and go was 295 pounds. I decided I wanted to hit 315, but I agreed to race Marvin Alexis Fitness to 315, and the deal specified that we had to do it with a long pause. So that kind of changed up my training. I switched to pausing my reps. I wasn't even doing a long pause, I was doing a short pause, and my bench dropped immediately down to about 275 pounds. So I'm starting off at about 275 pounds paused bench. So what I did was increase my volume a little bit and increase my frequency by a lot. So the program includes benching 6 days a week. Yes, that sounds like a lot. Yes, it might be bad on some of your shoulders, but if you can keep your form pretty tight and avoid flaring as much as possible, it will give you results, as I'm about to show you, because it worked really ridiculously well for me. I've never put on so much strength in any given lift so fast, at least not since I started. The program was 6 days a week. First day is a strength day. You go for a top triple, you go for a 3-rep max. That's day one. Literally it, just one top set. So the volume's not very high, intensity is high. Day 2, you do 8 sets of 3 dynamic bench. So you're gonna wanna just do a lightweight, maybe about 60% of your 1-rep max. Your goal is to hit those triples as fast as possible. So once it's on your chest, you pause and then explode up as fast as possible. What I did to aid my dynamic days is I used a light band. It's just a light red Rogue band. I just attached it to one end of the barbell, put it under the bench, and then the other end, and that just added a little extra tension at the top so I could work on my lockout. So day 2, 8 sets of 3 dynamic bench. Day 3, I went for a 2-rep max. So max effort, high intensity, 1 top set. Day 4, I did 8 sets of 3 dynamic bench again with the band. Day 5, I go for a 1-rep max. Low volume again, but max intensity. Day 6, I just did light dynamic bench. 8 sets of 3 again. In effect, I had maybe 3 to 5 heavy sets a week. Obviously warm-ups can get heavy, and 24 light bench sets with only 3 reps per set. So what I noticed is I became a lot more stable in my bench. I wouldn't shake as much coming up. That helps a ton when you're going for max effort sets. Another thing that helped is just the frequency on your central nervous system. You're going to get very used to benching if you bench 6 days a week. Your body starts to adjust and you get very proficient at the movement, which really helps. The problem with most people benching that often is they would have too much volume or too many heavy sets. That's why I kept the heavy sets to a minimum and I kept my volume very light. So what kind of results did this give me? I started at 275-ish. Let me pull up the workout log. So by the end of the first week, I hit a 280 paused bench PR. These are all my 1-rep max days. At the end of the second week, I hit 300.5 paused. That is quite nuts. You might not see the same speed with your results there. I was just feeling good that day. You know how you have those good days where you can probably lift 5 or 10 pounds more than usual. I had a good day, I hit 300.5. At the end of week 3, I hit 305 pounds on bench, paused. And then week 4, I started doing long pauses instead of short. I still hit a PR at the end of the week. I did a long pause, 307-pound bench press. That's my all-time max. I have not beaten that yet. I have not tried to go for a 1-rep max touch and go. That's just a quick picture of how this program helped me increase my bench by a lot in such a short period of time. So I highly suggest for those of you who have a poverty bench like I feel like I used to, I feel like my bench is starting to look kind of decent. I highly suggest increasing your frequency first and foremost, but when you do so, do not do too many heavy sets because obviously you're going to screw up your shoulders because your front delts are going to be worked a lot. I could actually see a pump in my front delts like the entire time I was doing this program. I never thought I could put 30 pounds on my bench press in a span of, well, it was 28 days. Just thought I'd put this out there in case anyone wants help increasing their bench press. I think this might be a good thing to try. You can try the exact program I did. If it's too much for you, maybe do 4 days a week. But yeah, it's all linear progression. In this case, I just ramped up the frequency a fuck ton. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below and subscribe to the channel. I think I'm gonna start doing some more of these educational videos. I think a decent chunk of my audience would be interested in this stuff. Why do you always do this? Why are you like this? If this helps you, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Peace. Say bye, Twitter. Say bye. Oh my God.
It's time to